Blog Talk Radio.
Donald Trump here. Do what I do. Listen to the Brian Craig Show. He's fantastic. He's a lot better than Rush, Beck, Levin, and Hannity. Trust me, those guys are losers. Brian, he's a winner. You better believe it. His wife Kathy, she's as hot as Melania. Okay, now it's time for the show. Listen to everything Brian has to say. He's a very smart guy, just like me.
To get some money.
What kind of money?
Obama money.
You are listening to the Brian Craig Show podcast, broadcasting from sunny South Florida.
Where's it coming from?
Obama.
Brian is joined by his wife and co-host, Kathy.
Where did Obama get it?
I don't know. It's fast. I don't know.
You can follow Brian on Twitter and Facebook and listen to archived shows at briancraigshow.com.
I don't know where he got it from, but he's giving it to us. So help us. We love him. That's why we voted for him.
And now, Brian Craig.
All right, and welcome to another edition of the Brian Craig Show podcast. I'm Brian, always joined by my wife and co-host Kathy. Follow on Twitter at Brian Craig Show. You can watch us on Periscope. Just go to Periscope and search Brian Craig Show, all one word. And this is our first podcast that we are using Facebook Live on. So you can watch live video on Facebook Live. Just follow me on Facebook, facebook.com/Brian Craig Show. And if you go to BrianCraigShow.com, all the links to all that stuff is there. And welcome to the show. And welcome to all the Facebook Live people that haven't watched or even heard the show before. And pretty much every time we do the show, if you Facebook Live people, I'm in a different location somewhere. We rarely podcast from the same side 2 days in a row. All right, well, welcome to the program. We got a lot to talk about. Kathy, you with me?
I am with you.
Okay, good. You know, I've done something. You know, the language on the show. I just really am not able to control myself. And here we have Donald Trump, who is so incredibly popular. He's about to win the election. And what do we get from these Republicans? They're just attacking him at every turn. And Newt Gingrich went out and attacked President Trump today. And, I mean, what an asshole. I mean, I'm sorry to say. He's just an asshole, as are the rest. They're all assholes. And, yeah, I know that's not the most clever descriptor, but they're just assholes. And Newt Gingrich is a petty asshole. I've never really liked Newt Gingrich. I've always thought Newt Gingrich was kind of sleazy. I mean, he's cheated on his wives. Oh, but he's married to her. Well, hey, you know, marry the homewrecker. Hey, Newt, you're my hero. Hoo-hoo, you know, what a piece of crap. And, you know, Newt Gingrich, he attacked Donald Trump on this Mexican judge business. And just to give background for those that don't know, okay, the federal judge in the Trump University case, just a little recap for those who don't know, the federal judge in the Trump University case was appointed by Imam Obama to the bench, and he's a member of La Raza. La Raza is Spanish for the race. And what La Raza believes, he's a lawyer for La Raza. He's a member of the San Diego La Raza Lawyers Group. And La Raza, Spanish for the race, they believe the entire western United States is U.S.-occupied Mexican territory. See, these Mexicans have somehow convinced themselves that they're indigenous to North America. They're descendants of the Spaniards. But they're European just like us honkies, you know what I mean? But they act as if they're indigenous, just like, the white people in North America. They're European as well, all right? These idiots. They're not, what are the Mexicans, Aztec or Incas? Aztec, right, Kath?
I don't know.
Yeah, they're not Aztec, they're not Inca. Exactly. They're European. So anyway, the judge in the case, he's Mexican-American. His parents are from Mexico. He was born in Indiana, but his parents are from Mexico. And he is a member of La Raza and the La Raza Lawyer Organization. So, when he's overseeing the Trump University case, and he's had some very unfair rulings. And Donald Trump is out saying, "Yeah, I'm building a wall." Well, let me play this. This is a clip, not the Jake Tapper one that everyone's been playing, but Trump was on the CBS Sunday morning show. And let me play the end of it. This is President Trump. He's on the CBS Sunday show, and they're talking about the Mexican judge. And the CBS reporter who's interviewing him, he just doesn't get it. Listen to this. President Trump, CBS.
She was a disaster. So the lawyers want her dismissed from the case. They go before the judge and he let her out. Well, he can let her out, but you have to dismiss the case.
Yeah, I guess I'm just still confused what does Mexican parents have to do with that?
Excuse me.
Oh, my gosh.
I want to build a wall. I mean, I don't
Mexico.
think it's very confusing.
Well,
it has nothing to do with anything except common sense. We have to stop being so politically correct in this country, and we need a little more common sense, John. And I'm not blaming. I'm proud of my heritage. We're all proud of our heritage.
Yeah.
But I want to build a wall. Now, the Hispanics, many of them like what I'm saying. They're here legally. They don't want people coming and taking their jobs and taking their house, anything else. They don't want that.
Okay, now that's not Jake Tapper, who I used to like. We'll talk about him in a minute. That's the CBS guy. I just thought I'd play the CBS version instead because everyone's playing Jake Tapper. Poor CBS asked the same question, Jake Tapper. I don't understand. What do his Mexican parents have? Kathy, are these Jake Tapper and the guy from CBS, are they that stupid? Are they that big of a dumbass? Or do they really not get it? Do they really not get the point that Trump is making?
Well, they are stupid, but they also get it. They know exactly what Donald Trump is saying, and they probably agree with what Donald Trump's saying, but they also want to look. People are very concerned with being politically correct and not looking racist.
Yeah,
and
exactly.
when they interview him about this issue, they want to make sure that the audience doesn't think they're racist, and they want to make sure that the audience doesn't think that they agree with Donald Trump and that they're aligned with him. So even though they might agree with Donald Trump, and even though Jake Tapper might say in private to his wife, Donald Trump's right, of course the guy's biased, he does not want the world to think that he's racist. Because we live in a world where your thoughts and your words are policed, and they can get you fired.
That's right.
Look what happened to. You see a lot of people have jobs like Paul Dean or I don't know, other people on the news, and like Glenn Beck. What he said really isn't appropriate, but words can get you fired, and people are very afraid, especially in the news business, of losing their jobs, or if you lose viewers, if you lose credibility with the audience, and they're so used to pandering to people and being politically correct, they do not want the audience to think that they're bigoted.
Well, someone in the chat said, so no one with Mexican heritage can judge Trump. Donald Trump is talking about building a wall along Mexico and deporting tens of millions of illegal Hispanics, a huge chunk of them are Mexicanos, Chicanos, whatever they call themselves, back to Mexico and wherever else they come from. And when you got a guy who is a Hispanic militant activist, who's a member of a racial organization, La Raza, called The Race, there's a conflict of interest. The equivalent would be, and we'll play Newt Gingrich, who's just a complete, I'm sorry to use the word, an asshole. We'll play that in a minute. But don't you love, those of you that just listen to me on the radio, see, on the internet, you can say asshole. It's nice. You can't say that on the radio. You get in trouble. But,
you say it around here all the time.
That's right. So why the hell not? Why the hell not? I want to say it again. That's right.
Expletives fly.
That's right. But, there's a conflict of interest. And, it would be like, if there was a lawyer if there was a judge who was a member of Black Lives Matter, that'd be the equivalent to La Raza with this Mexican judge. If there was a judge who was a member of Black Lives Matter, there could be some conflict of interest with that person in certain situations. For example,
so why doesn't Trump bring up the issue that he's a member of this group?
He does. He has. I've heard him do it the other day, but it's not resonating.
Say it there. I mean, that
you should say
more of more of an issue than his
well,
heritage.
Well, if you're listening, Mr. Trump, say it. La Raza, the race. La Raza,
that
the
would
race.
bother me more.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. It'd resonate more. I just can't. I just don't get it. I just don't get it. I don't understand. What does this Mexican? I'm building a wall along Mexico. Give me a freaking break. They can't be that stupid. They're just plain.
Well,
dumb.
they're brainwashed too. They've been brainwashed too. You have to understand this severe political correctness has been going on since Obama took office.
Absolutely.
Like it's really, really taken off. And
it's out of control.
Because what happened is the left started accusing the right of racism with Obama, and it was very powerful and effective.
Yeah.
So
to
they
disagree with
how,
Obama was to be racist,
well,
remember?
They saw how effective it was, and now they're using it for everything because they realized once they started doing that, they could control the voice of the right. And now they're using it all the freaking time for everything.
That's right, on everything.
And they brainwash themselves. I mean, I've heard you say sometimes, maybe I shouldn't say that. Maybe that's not the right thing. Maybe that's too offensive. Even I say that to myself. I mean, we all become brainwashed over the last 7 years to a point where we question ourselves and what we say.
That's right.
So I think they know what he's saying. But like I said, Jake Tapper and these guys do not want the audience to even have an inkling that they think that way.
Yeah.
So they're going to play dumb.
It's I used to like Jake Tapper, and because he used to ask the WOW spokesperson when's the last time Obama had a cigarette, and it was always like weeks ago, even though Obama's always claimed to have quit. He still smokes, Obama, I'm sure. Obama probably still smokes weed. I mean, would anybody be surprised if Obama still smokes marijuana? I mean, God. But,
no, I'm sure a lot of them do drugs. I'm sure a lot of them.
So I just don't get it. What's his Mexican heritage got to do with it? I don't get it. Give me a break. So then Newt Gingrich, I don't like Newt Gingrich. He always seems sleazy to me. I'm sorry,
he's a sleaze.
Exactly. And I met him and his wife. We did a thing with them. I guess it was 2012 primary at Wings Plus. And I got to tell you, I thought he and his wife were kind of phony people. I didn't think they were very real. I thought they were they're doing the royal waves and all this stuff. And hey, Newt Gingrich, I got some advice. Give your wife a ham sandwich. She looks like she's starving to death. Have you seen his wife?
And a nose job.
Oh my gosh, she looks like Newt's wife looks like Karen Carpenter. I mean, she's just doesn't look too good. All right, I'm gonna have to mute you, Kathy. But listen, I'm gonna take a break just to calm down for a second, and when we break, I'm gonna come back and I'm gonna play you Newt Gingrich, and he is just a piece of crap, Newt Gingrich. We'll get to that after the break. All right, you're listening to the Brian Craig Show. I'm Brian. Always joined by my wife and co-host Kathy. We'll be right back after this.
How many old cell phones and electronic devices do you have at home that you don't use anymore? What about iPads? If you're like most people, you update your electronics all the time. But what do you do with your old devices? Are they just sitting in a drawer collecting dust? Your old electronic devices are worth money at sellmycell.io. SellMyCell.io buys and sells new and used devices in any condition, even with bad ESN numbers, and iPhones with an iCloud lock. Selling your old device is simple and free. Here's how it works. Go to SellMyCell.io. Select your phone model and see your instant price quote. Then choose how you want to get paid, by PayPal or by check. Next, print your prepaid free mailing label. Then mail your phone. As soon as we receive your phone, we inspect it and send you your money. It's that easy. And if you want to buy a device, SellMyCell.io can help you with that too. Sell smart. Buy smart at SellMyCell.io. Would you like to save money? Of course you would. We all want to save money. Well, you can save a lot of money at AdamCry.com. That's K-R-A-A-I, AdamCry.com. There you will find discounts up to 80% at over 300,000 vendors worldwide. Discounts on airline flights, hotels, cruises. There are incredible discounts on your everyday purchases too. Local shopping, dining, groceries, entertainment, and a lot more. These aren't just discounts throughout the world, but in your local local neighborhood, too. That's right. Just go to adamcry.com and enter your zip code. Then the deals, savings, and discounts will pop up right on your screen in your neighborhood. adamcry.com. They guarantee the lowest prices with a 110% money-back guarantee. Not only can you save money, but there's an opportunity to earn a tremendous amount of money as an affiliate. So what are you waiting for? Go right now to adamcry.com. That's KRAAI. adamcry.com. And start saving money and start making money too. adamcry.com. Are you looking to sell your home in Palm Beach? Then there's only one person to call, Victoria Peroso at Victoria's Luxury Estates. Victoria is a Florida licensed listing broker, and she will list your property today and get it sold. Sellers, Victoria will give you a free home market analysis report so you know how much your home is worth. And you buyers, she will help you find your dream home. The island of Palm Beach is the perfect place for luxury living, and no one knows Palm Beach real estate like Victoria Peroso. So when you're buying or selling your luxury condo, penthouse, or your oceanfront estate, it's Victoria's Luxury Estates. Find her online at victoriasluxuryestates.com or give Victoria a call directly. 561-705-7355. 561-705-7355 for Victoria Peroso at Victoria's Luxury Estates.
You are listening to the Brian Craig Show podcast. You can follow Brian on Twitter and Facebook and listen to archived shows at briancraigshow.com. And now, Brian Craig.
All right, we are back. I'm Brian Craig, always joined by my wife and co-host Kathy. That's right. This is the Brian Craig Show. Visit our website, briancraigshow.com, briancraigshow.com, and, of course, follow us on all the places where we can be followed. And if you go to briancraigshow.com, most of that's all there. You can listen to all the past episodes of this program on iTunes. Just go to iTunes, search for The Brian Craig Show on iTunes, and you can catch it there. All right, so let's get to Newt Gingrich, who is just a complete asshole. And I must say, you know, when I did meet him and his wife, I was talking about this before the break, very, very phony. Very phony. It was like, I don't know. They were acting like they were supposed to act, not being normal. Like Donald Trump. You see Donald Trump, he seems like a normal guy. He's not on. He's fake, And I found Newt and his wife to be very, very fake. But that, maybe not everybody does, And well, anyway, this is Newt Gingrich. He was on. You with me, Kath? I'm not hearing you.
Oh, sorry. I had you on mute. I'm sorry.
Okay, well, don't you wish we had mute for each other like in life? We're not doing the show.
No,
you can mute me.
Maybe
where you couldn't hear
do.
Me. Really,
maybe
you always want
do.
to hear me. There's never any time when I'm talking you don't want to hear. All right, well, let's get to Newt Gingrich.
No.
So Newt Gingrich was on Fox News Sunday with Chris Wallace. He's just a total piece of crap. I mean, he's just, he's talking about the Mexican judge. Okay, and that's what they're talking about. And this is Newt Gingrich. Jerk on Fox.
With a potential president attacking a federal judge for his heritage.
No. This is one of the worst mistakes Trump has made. I think it's inexcusable. He has every right to criticize a judge, and he has every right to say certain decisions are right, and his attorneys can tell to move the venue from the judge. But first of all, this judge was born in Indiana. He is an American, period.
Gosh.
When you come to America, you get to become an American. And Trump, who has grandparents who came to the U.S., should understand this as much as anybody. Second, to characterize, if a liberal were to attack Justice Clarence Thomas on the grounds that he's black, we would all go crazy. Every conservative would say,
Okay.
racism.
Let me finish.
Trump has got to, move to a new level.
A new level.
This is no longer the primaries.
Yes.
He's no longer an interesting contender. He is now the potential leader of the United States.
Okay. He's got to move to a new level. I love this. Listening to Newt Gingrich, who runs around married to the homewrecker wife of his, here you've got Newt Gingrich, who's passing moral judgment on Donald J. Trump, passing moral judgment. He's got to rise to another. This is a man who had his penis in other women other than his wife when he was still married to her. So goes the story of cheating. And isn't that how cheating works? I mean, here we got this cheater. We got this man who has extramarital sexual affairs passing moral judgment on a man, Donald Trump, who doesn't even drink alcohol. I mean, it's disgusting to me. I mean, how dare this guy? I can't believe he's got to rise to another level and blah, blah, blah. Are you out of your mind, Newt Gingrich? I mean, this is insanity. Well, another thing about Newt, I love it. It's just I love when these liberals that have sex with women other than their wives and do all these other things pass moral judgment. On Matt Lauer likes to do that. He likes to pass moral judgment. Matt Lauer on Republicans all the time. And what I always say is, well, wait a minute, wasn't he banging some woman while his wife was at home? Was he passing moral judgment now? But didn't Newt Gingrich do the same damn thing? Am I wrong, or is his current wife a homewrecker that he was having sex with while he was married to another wife? To me, that's a man of low moral character, and how dare he pass moral judgment on Trump? I mean, this is insane. But
I think also, didn't Newt Gingrich, wasn't his wife dying of cancer or something?
Nah, that's kind of one of those Lurban. I think she's still alive.
Okay.
The wife that was dying of cancer.
Well,
Didn't
she have cancer?
I think she was dealing with cancer, but
okay. That's still just as bad.
I mean, give me a freaking break. By the way, is this homewrecker that Newt's married to? Is this his second or third wife? Did he have a second wife?
I don't know.
I can't remember, this guy. But I mean, think about this.
I think it would have served Trump better if he would have, and I'm not trying to be politically correct, but if he would have just talked about him being a member of La Raza instead of folks. Yes. I mean, my heritage is from Italy, but I don't have any allegiance to Italy. I mean, or England or Canada.
Well, hold on a second here. If you were La Raza. La Raza is the organization that he's a member of. It's a very militant organization.
That's the issue. Not where he's from. The issue is because he is born in this country.
It's both because La Raza is organizing the Trump protest out in California where they're attacking people, where they're attacking Trump supporters. Kathy, you're of Italian descent, okay? You don't have any loyalty to Italy. However, if you were from a mafia family, I think people would question your impartiality as a judge. You know what I mean? If you had that kind of connection to a radical criminal organization.
Well, I think that's why I think the issue is more about the group that he belongs to. That's more of an issue.
Well, it's both. It's both.
No, because you could be a member of that if you're not Mexican, can't you? I mean, do you have to be Mexican?
They have allies, like Obama's an ally of theirs, but it's mostly it's mostly
that's what I'm
Hispanic.
Saying.
I don't know.
That's more of an issue for me.
They may not let non-Hisp be actual members. That's possible because they're very racist. It is possible.
Yeah.
You have to be Hispanic to be a member. I don't know, but this guy's a radical. He's like a Black Lives Matter person would be. You understand? I mean, it's just it's wrong. It's bad news. And Newt Gingrich, there was talk a couple weeks ago.
I mean, like
that,
for example,
yeah.
If you had a black judge, okay, and just the fact that he's black, Newt Gingrich's right. You can't come out and say, well, he's biased. If you have a case that involves a black plaintiff or an issue with a black person, what Newt Gingrich is saying is, if you say, well, the judge is biased because he's black, maybe there's some truth. I don't know. I mean, you could say that about the OJ jury, but it's race to say that, and it might not be true, and you're painting a broad brush. But if that judge was a member of the Black Lives Matter movement and was involved in that group, that would be where the problem would lie. Where that's what Trump should say.
If a judge was a member of Black Lives Matter, he would not be able to be the judge in the George Zimmerman case or a case of a white cop and a black suspect getting shot.
If the judge was black for the George Zimmerman, okay, or if you know what I'm saying,
the judge might have been black in George Zimmerman.
Well,
it's not. If you were a member of Black Lives Matter,
that he's biased because he's black, because Trayvon Martin. You can't say that. I mean, that's just not necessarily true, and that is a racial statement, racist to say. But if that judge is a member of a group that has certain beliefs, that could be. It's just like you can't say, well, what's white?
He's a member of a radical group, you know. And I mean, Newt Gingrich. There was a couple weeks ago when they were talking about, the list of people that Donald Trump may be choosing vice president from. There was talk that Newt Gingrich was on that list, and what I'm wondering is, did Newt Gingrich get the news that he's not on the vice president's list for Trump, and now he's out there trying to screw him? Yeah, he's pissed off.
Well, I think probably what happened. I can't see Newt Gingrich and Donald Trump getting along, because I think Newt Gingrich is the kind of guy that has a massive ego, and and I Trump is the alpha male, and any men that are going to be around Trump have to acknowledge that he's lost, and he's not going to share that, and he shouldn't. He's the front runner now.
Let me see here. I just looked up an article.
I don't see Newt Gingrich wanting to take that position.
Well, I just looked up an article. Let me read through this, because Gingrich, who's passed moral judgment on Donald Trump. Donald Trump needs to rise to a new level. And I was talking that Donald Trump is a man who put his penis in women he wasn't married to while he was married, and he's done it more than once. And this is an article. I just goes through the details, so just for the record here. This is from New York Magazine. This is the man who's passing moral judgment on Trump. Oh, he needs to rise to a law. This is the headline. Newt Gingrich cheated on his wives, plural. Wives, plural. Okay, and this is an article. This must be from a couple years back. I don't see a date on it. 2011. Okay. It says here, Newt Gingrich runs for president. This was a long time ago. He won't be the only candidate in the Republican primary field with 3 marriages under his belt. They talked about Louisiana governor who was talked about running, who we didn't know about. Let's see here. Newt dumped wife number 1 for wife number 2, while wife number 1 is in the hospital recovering from cancer surgery. Isn't that nice? His wife's recovering from cancer surgery, so he decided to put his penis in another woman. Isn't that nice? What a creep. All right.
That means while his wife was dealing with cancer, he was cheating on her. He left her when she recovered. So he waited for her to recover.
Oh, he's a nice guy then.
He didn't want to put through it. He didn't want to put her through that. Meanwhile, he was cheating on her the whole damn time.
He didn't want to put her through that. So he said he dumped wife number 1. Let's just find out. He says that Donald Trump needs to rise. Newt Gingrich has this moral standard that he put out there on Fox today, Fox News Sunday, that Trump needs to hold himself. So let's find out what kind of morality Newt Gingrich lives his life by. It says here, okay, he dumped wife number 1 for wife number 2, while wife number 1 was in the hospital recovering from cancer surgery. And literally went to the hospital to present her with divorce papers while she was recovering from surgery for uterine cancer. He eventually dumped wife number 2 for wife number 3. So that means he cheated on homewrecker number 1. The second wife is homewrecker number 1. So he started sleeping with homewrecker number 2, which wife number 3, while he was still married to wife number 2, homewrecker number 1. He eventually dumped wife number 2 for wife number 3. Shortly after wife number 2 was diagnosed with MS. I tell you, he's a piece of should I say it?
This is what
he's
happens.
He's a piece of shit. I'm sorry. That's it. I mean, what a piece of...
This is what happens.
Oh, my gosh. Oh, my
gosh.
I didn't realize how bad it was.
Yeah, as soon as his wives get sick,
he's
out. As soon as his wives get sick, he's out of there.
Yeah, so he dumped wife number 2 when she was diagnosed with multiple sclerosis.
Yeah.
Oh, my gosh.
So he doesn't want to be bothered.
I thought Bill Clinton was bad.
Of course, though, if he got sick, he would expect his wife to take care of him and change his diapers.
Oh my gosh! Okay, let's read some more. This is the guy who says Donald Trump. I mean, let's play it again with this piece of crap. Sorry with the language, but it's the internet. What the hell? We're gonna be edgy now. We're gonna be edgier. Hold on. You know what it is? Watching these pundits with all proper language, I'm like, let's just talk like we would at home. You know what I mean? All right, so this is Newt again on Fox News Sunday, Chris Wallace.
With a potential president attacking a federal judge for his heritage.
No. This is one of the worst mistakes Trump has made. I think it's inexcusable. He has every right to criticize a judge, and he has every right to say certain decisions are right, and his attorneys can file to move the venue from the judge. But first of all, this judge was born in Indiana. He is an American, period.
Okay.
When you come to America, you become an American. And Trump, who has grandparents who came to the U.S., should understand this as much as anybody. Second, to characterize, if a liberal were to attack just Clarence Thomas on the grounds that he's black, we would all go crazy. Every conservative would say, and it was racism. And Trump has got to, I think, move to a new level.
Okay, so Trump's got to move to a new level. So what I'm trying to do is establish. Okay, so Newt Gingrich said Trump needs to move to a new level. So we're trying to establish. By the way, I'm wearing the Gay Pride Star Trek shirt, and I wore it for this podcast for a reason because I wanted to show it to people and talk about it. So I saw some people in the chat mention the Gay Pride Star Trek shirt. I'll get to that in a minute. And if you don't know about the Gay Pride Star Trek shirt, just a mental note. So anyway, so Newt Gingrich has this standard. So we're trying to find out what the Newt Gingrich standard of morality is. So he cheated on his first wife with his second wife while she was in the hospital recovering from cancer. He cheated on his second wife after she was diagnosed with MS with wife number 3, homewrecker number 2. And Newt was having the affair on wife number 2 with wife number 3 while he was in the country upside down trying to drive Bill Clinton from office over the Lewinsky affair. That's right. That's why he left Congress. So I got to tell you, Newt Gingrich is a scumbag. I mean, there's no – he's the lowest of the low. And, Newt Gingrich better watch out because, this Trump train is going full steam ahead. And all Newt Gingrich has given us, I know he had some victory in Congress in 94, 22 years ago. My God, that's like 94 honoring someone who did something in 72, But the times they are changing. And if you're going to go out there and you're going to attack President Trump and undermine him among Republican voters and maybe cost him the election, we need to find out what kind of person you are. And I think we found out in this podcast so today that you're a human piece of garbage, Newt Gingrich. And God help your wife if she's diagnosed with something, because when Newt Gingrich, Kathy, is married to someone and they're diagnosed with an illness, apparently he feels an urge to go put his penis in other women. I don't know what kind of person does that, but that's, I guess, kind of person like Newt Gingrich, former Speaker of the House, piece of garbage. All right, listen, we'll take a break. We'll come back. Oh, my gosh. And there's more to share. Oh, we're going to get to Matt Damon and George Clooney coming up, too. And I'll talk a little bit about the Gay Pride Star Trek shirt I'm wearing as well. All right, don't you go anywhere. I'm Brian, always joined by my wife and co-host Kathy. You are listening to the Brian Craig Show podcast. Visit our website, briancraigshow.com. We'll be right back.
In this age of email, texting, and social media, a lot of people have gotten away from using stationery, business cards, and other printed material. But thanks to cardsandbanners.com, printed material and stationery is back. Giving someone your business card or a letter on your stationery is personal and will set you apart from the rest. Cardsandbanners.com do it all, too. Full-color business cards, even double-sided business cards, high-quality vinyl banners, door hangers, postcards, greeting cards, card magnets, and so much more. At cardsandbanners.com, shipping is always free. That's right, free shipping. Go to cardsandbanners.com. Take a look at their work. It is impressive. Cardsandbanners.com. Top quality, the lowest prices, and always free shipping. Cardsandbanners.com. These days, graphic art can be downloaded and used for many projects, whether you are into digital scrapbooking or traditional scrapbooking. If you have a website or a blog, need party favors or invitations, cupcake toppers, want to create a new iPhone case, you can. Or maybe just simply print and frame art for your space. Digital graphics are your best bet for getting the look you want in this technological age. I want to tell you about the Graphic Monster, or as I like to call her, Kathy, my wife. TheGraphicMonster.com is Kathy's website. website and offers colorful and whimsical designs that are all digital and at affordable prices. Check out Kathy's Etsy store and see them for yourself. Kathy sells scrapbooking paper packs with digital papers and clip art of your favorite characters with awesome designs. There's t-shirt designs too, coloring pages, and much more. It's so easy. Simply pick the designs you want, buy with one click, and download them instantly to your computer. Then the graphics are yours to use forever. There are great printables for digital backgrounds. And check out the apparel and accessories featuring Kathy's whimsical and original designs. So visit Kathy's website right now, thegraphicmonster.com, thegraphicmonster.com, and click the store link on the left-hand side, thegraphicmonster.com. Graphic art from my wife Kathy at affordable prices, thegraphicmonster.com. Have you ever asked yourself, who am I? Or, what have I become? What is my purpose in life? Who should I be? Did God really create us? These are all the questions that all humans ask themselves, and finding the answers isn't easy. But exploring the possibilities is part of the journey. We question everything, as we should. The key is to find your own answers and not to follow the crowd. If you are seeking the answers to life's biggest questions, you need to check out the 3 books from author Sonia Ha. Sonia has written 3 amazing and intriguing books that deal with all of life's most fascinating questions. As humans, we are meant to question everything, find our own tangible about who we really are. Now you can find out for yourself if indeed God exists or not, and seek your own truth. Start the conversation with author and speaker Sonia Ha by visiting Sonia Ha, that's H-U-H, SoniaHa.wordpress.com. SoniaHa.wordpress.com. You can also find her incredible books on Amazon and Barnes & Noble. Just go to those sites and search for Sonia Ha, that's H-U-H. And you can also follow her on Twitter at ReminderSonia.
My name is Ronald Reagan. This station daily pierces the Iron Curtain with the truth, answering the lies of the Kremlin and bringing a message of hope to millions trapped behind the Iron Curtain. Grateful letters from listeners smuggled past the secret police express thanks for identifying communist quislings and informers by name.
You are listening to the Brian Craig Show podcast, broadcasting from sunny South Florida.
Barack Obama ain't taking my shotgun. I got 2. If he tries to fool with my Beretta, he's got a problem.
Brian is joined by his wife and co-host, Kathy.
The zombie has no will of his own. You see them sometimes, walking around blindly with dead eyes, following orders, not knowing what they do, not caring. You mean like Democrats?
You can follow Brian on Twitter and Facebook and listen to archived shows at briancraigshow.com.
This station is now the ultimate power in the universe. I suggest we use it.
You can follow Brian on Twitter and Facebook and listen to archived shows at briancraigshow.com. And now, Brian Craig.
All right, and we are back. I'm Brian, always joined by my wife and co-host Kathy. You're listening to the Brian Craig Show podcast. What's going on, Kathy? A lot of noise there. What is all that?
Nothing.
You there?
I'm here.
Okay, all right. All right, well, welcome back, everyone. This is the Brian Craig Show. I'm Brian, always joined by my wife and co-host Kathy. What are you doing?
I was making dinner. I'll hit mute. I'm making dinner.
Oh,
it's
good.
Dinner
Good,
time.
good.
Your
We're having
hungry.
Mexican food tonight, right? You're making tacos? We're having tacos. That's right. Taco man.
I'm making tacos. That's right. I'm
That's
like Donald
right.
Trump with the tacos.
Bill Wall, we're eating tacos.
That's right. I'm cooking. I'll put it on mute until I get things going.
All right. Well, how am I going to know? You put me on mute because I won't know. I won't know when you're done. You know what I mean?
All right. Then you'll just have to hear the beeping for a few minutes. I'm almost
done.
All right.
Okay? I'll mute you. I'll mute you. All right. Well, welcome back, everyone. Lots to talk about. I tell you, this whole thing with Newt Gingrich, it's just what a low-life scumbag. Newt Gingrich blew it. Back when he was Speaker of the House, and he's just blown it ever since. And I'm tired of these Republican establishment people attacking Donald Trump. Donald Trump is really the voice of the people. It's amazing. I was watching, what interview was it? Was it, Judge Jeanine. Last night we were watching Judge Jeanine on Fox News, who's the one person on Fox News these days I can say I really enjoy watching. Judge Jeanine interviewed Trump. And really they should fire the Sharon Stone Basic Instinct wannabe of Fox News, Megyn Kelly. They should blow out Megyn Kelly and replace her with Judge Jeanine. I think Judge Jeanine is great. I love Judge Jeanine, and she's very good. Someone chat says she's good. She's very, very good, and and Megyn Kelly. I'm just done. I used to like Megyn Kelly when she was on during the day, but her ego gotten out of control. She's lost it for me. But anyway, Judge Jeanine was interviewing Donald Trump. It was on Fox News last night, and she had asked Donald Trump how he is able to so relate to people, that are blue collar type people, and he talked about it in great detail. But just to give you the capsulized viewpoint, of it, he said that when he was young and his dad was doing all the Trump construction in Brooklyn, he would go to the construction sites and work on the construction sites. Now, I don't think he was doing, construction work. He was probably there working in the trade. I don't know, whatever he was doing. But he said that he hung around with the construction workers when he was young with his dad. And he said he always liked those people better because they're more real, not like these, rich people, he said, are more fake and on all this stuff. And he's just related to everyday people since then. And he told a more detailed account of it. But I thought it was an interesting story he told. And, with the Newt Gingrich, Newt Gingrich, I've been really done with Newt Gingrich for many, many years. When Nancy Pelosi was Speaker of the House, Madam Speaker, he made a global warming commercial with her. Anybody remember this? He made a global warming commercial, Newt Gingrich did, with Nancy Pelosi. And at the end of it, they were sitting down on a wall at a fountain somewhere talking about global warming. And that's when I knew you could not trust Newt Gingrich, that he would sell out for $1, because obviously it was paid by the green people with all their green crap. They obviously paid him to do the commercial with Nancy Pelosi, and he was a sellout then. So this isn't the first time he sold us out. I mean, really. I mean, with what he's done to two of his wives while they were suffering with severe illnesses, shows you that you can't trust Gingrich. And here is Newt Gingrich betraying us again. And, I don't think Newt Gingrich wants Donald Trump to win, because I think he's jealous of Donald Trump. I think Newt Gingrich, like Mitt Romney, I think they're very jealous of Donald Trump because people like him. And Donald Trump is richer than Newt and Mitt Romney put together, and people respect him, and he's not ashamed of his money. And I think these people get jealous of him. I don't know. Are you back, Kathy? You're still banging the box?
I am back. I'm back, and I think you're right about part of that, because you got two guys that ran for president that lost.
Yeah, losers.
That are attacking him vehemently.
Wow.
But, the reason people are attacking Trump so much, well, obviously because he's the front runner and he's the nominee, and that scares the crap out of them.
Yeah.
Because now he has a 50-50 shot. When he first came on the scene, he had like a 5% chance. Now he's got
100% chance.
50% or 100% chance of winning. He is totally uncensored, and he is totally fearless, and he is not beholden to political correctness. So he will say whatever he wants to say and whatever he thinks. And he has humiliated so many people in his past, and a lot of them have deserved it. And they are terrified of this. But, I don't understand why these people have never learned their lesson, because every single person that has attacked him, that he has gone after, where are they? They're gone. You never hear from them anymore. Like, look at Marco Rubio,
Little Marco,
Ted Cruz. Their political careers are basically over, and they know it. That's why they're kissing his butt. That's why Marco Rubio is licking Trump's butt, because he knows, well, I got to get on the Trump train, or I'm in trouble because I humiliated myself.
In the chat,
They're
Judy said, I don't. Judy in the chat on Facebook Live said, I don't get it. Newt was defending Trump. Well, it's because he probably learned he's not going to be. Newt found out he's not going to be the VP nominee, so
something
he's pissed.
Happened. They had some kind of conversation. Something happened, because that's what you said. He was defending him, and all of a sudden he's not. So something happened that Newt was not.
Well, if Newt's smart, he'll back off this. I don't get. He's acting like Jake Tapper. It's outrageous. He's from Indiana. Are you kidding me? The judge is eating tacos tonight too.
Yeah,
but he's a federal judge. They're probably fancier than our tacos.
He probably has tacos every night, but I could probably,
Not in the kit like we do, though, right?
That's right.
Not in the El Paso taco kit.
He doesn't make old El Paso.
His,
But
his wife probably knows how to make them homemade, right?
Yeah, and I should probably get the Jeb Bush guacamole bowl. You know, can you believe
right.
that guacamole bowl was $75? Can you?
Made in Mexico, probably.
Talk about pandering. That in itself is so racist.
Yeah.
To freaking sell a guacamole bowl to try to act like you're all down with the Spanish.
Yeah.
That is just to me the most racist thing a person
Jeb
can do. It's hilarious.
Jeb is an idiot.
It's
hilarious. Let's get to Matt Damon and George Clooney. You know, Matt Damon's another piece of crap. I just don't. And I don't know if this is just me, but doesn't Matt Damon always look dirty, like he needs a bath? I mean, he always looks like he hasn't showered to me.
I don't like. He's a jerk. I
always
can't
looks kind of
stand
greasy.
Him. Yeah,
I don't know. Maybe
gross. I don't go to his movies. I can't stand the guy.
You know what he looks like?
He's an a-hole.
He looks like you know, a guy who works in a kitchen at a. Now people say, "Oh, you're snobby now." He looks like the guy that works in a kitchen of a restaurant, and you go behind the restaurant, and they're sitting on a milk carton smoking cigarettes. And he just always looks dirty, like he's smoking all the time. You know,
I don't get that vibe from him. He doesn't look that way.
He looks dirty.
But I don't like him.
No, I don't like him or Ben Affleck. But Matt Damon, you know, I would have thought Matt Damon would have stopped commenting on politics when they made that Team America World Police movie. He was like one of the main jokes of the movie. Remember the guy
I tell you what happened. I'll tell you what happened. Because I was actually thinking about this the other day. He was very political, okay? And then, if you notice, his career tanked for like 5 years. For like 5 years, he could not. No, you couldn't. None of his movies made it. They all bombed.
No.
He was doing crap movies, getting crap roles. So what happened? Changed. That now he's all political again. What happened?
Oh, The Martian was a hit?
That's right. He got nominated for an Oscar.
Oh.
The Martian was a big hit, and now he's on a career high, and he's got a big mouth again.
Talking politics again?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
He's empowered.
Well, he was speaking. I don't know if he was giving the commencement address. I don't know if this is the official commencement, but he was speaking at the graduation of MIT. I guess they have him at MIT because in Good Will Hunting, Will was a janitor at MIT and all that stuff. So I guess they got to have
have somebody who doesn't have a college education speaking to college graduates. That's pretty funny.
You know, I get this. You know, Matt Damon and you know, you hear this. Oh, Matt Damon and Ben Affleck, they were just in their drama class in high school together, and they became movie stars. It's just a coincidence that Howard Zinn, that left-wing, anti-American communist guy that wrote all these liberal histories of America, lived on the same street as Matt Damon. I find that
they're hooked up.
Yeah, I don't find he's very hooked up, and that's probably how he got his contacts in Hollywood, was through Howard Zinn, who is very left-wing. What's his book? I've got his book on the bookshelf in the living room, Howard Zinn. I can't remember. A People's History of the United States. Yeah,
he must have grown up wealthy if he lived on the same block. See, they to give the impression that they grew up on the poor south side of Boston.
Southie, or whatever they talk about.
If he lived on the same street as a famous author, obviously he had money.
Well, you know, Howard Zinn, People's History of the United States. I've read the book, and it's basically like white man's bad, victimized everybody, everything, you know. And it's a very big book. It's like required reading in every college in this country. And I'm thinking Ben Affleck and Matt Damon had some Hollywood connection through Howard Zinn, and that's how they made it. It's too much of a coincidence.
Yeah, no, I agree with you.
That they, you know, and to me, anyway. So Matt Damon, he's speaking at MIT. He probably can't even do long division, Matt Damon, but he's speaking at MIT, and he's talking about this theory of some physicist about how maybe our reality isn't really reality, that we might be living in a test, a simulation that some alien far away is doing, that this isn't real.
I think Matt Damon's been in too many science fiction movies.
No, this is the class at MIT. This is the class at MIT. They teach this crap at MIT. And he's talking about this, and that's just the point of reference for the swipe he takes at Donald Trump. Here's Matt Damon.
What if all of this, is a simulation? I mean, it's a crazy idea, but what if it is? And if there are multiple simulations. How come we have to be in the one where Donald Trump becomes the Republican nominee for president?
Yeah, I got to tell you, if we're living in a simulation, why do I have to be in the one where, Ben Affleck is Batman? I mean, what? I tell you, what a
stupid thing to say. What a stupid.
Yeah.
He is a stupid person.
Yeah, I was just starting to like you again, because I watched The Martian. It was okay, but you know what? I'm not going to watch your crap anymore. How about that, Matt Damon? Not that Matt Damon cares, but he's a real pice of work. I
didn't want to see that movie, and you made me watch it. So thanks a lot.
Well, we did pay per view. Yeah.
So I had to pay for it too.
I only go to the movies if it's really, really good because it's so much money. Last night, Kathy and I went out, and we went out to this place here in South Florida, in Coconut Creek, called the Promenade. Yes. And Kathy, what did you wanted a drink? And we didn't want to, and there's a movie theater there. So, let's just go in the movie theater and get a drink. I said, okay. So I got you.
Just a soda.
Yeah, I got Kathy a small Sprite. I couldn't believe, and it was $6. I'm like, are you kidding me? $6? I said, you better be very thirsty, Kathy. $6.
Crazy. For a small.
$6 for a small Sprite. Can you imagine? So I only go to the theater when something's really good because it's like $80 a night to go to the movies these days. But anyway, so then George Clooney decided to speak out. He's now again, George Clooney's married to a woman who I believe is Muslim. She denies being Muslim. They act as if they've left Islam or something. I don't know exactly what her story is, but he's up. I guess does he have a new movie out with Julia Roberts?
Yes, which nobody saw.
Yeah.
Nobody goes to his movies, so
I
don't even know why the guy's a movie star.
The movie where he's a news anchor who's being held hostage for some guy who's angry at his insurance company. I don't know what it's about.
Something stupid.
It looks like a TV movie from 1984, doesn't it? I can't believe they made a feature. And I did see a tabloid this week at the grocery store that said that George Clooney's having an affair with Julia Roberts.
Yes, that's been rumored.
Yeah. So George Clooney is I guess he's promoting a movie that he's co-starring in with Julia Roberts, who the tabloids say he's having an affair with.
Yes.
And there seems to be a theme with people that attack Donald Trump. They seem to like to cheat on their wives. So here's George Clooney with a woman, Julia Roberts, sitting next to him that he is reported to be having an affair with, according to one of the tabloids. Here he is talking about Trump.
There's not going to be a President Donald Trump. That's not going to happen.
Oh, yes. He's not going to let that happen. George Clooney is not going to let that happen.
I remember he's not going to let it happen. And I remember Jeb Bush coming out and saying the same thing about Trump not becoming the nominee. And lo and behold, see, what these people don't realize is it's not up to them. He's one vote, but, and I said this to you the other night, I said if he had some class, okay, what he should have said was, it's up to the American people. Whoever they elect is who will be president. And if the American people want him, that's who's going to be president, whether I like it or not. But he has no class.
There's
so
not
he has to laugh at Donald Trump. But let me tell you something. That only helps Donald Trump. Because when people see George Clooney with his 10 homes, okay, with his 10 homes and his millions and millions of dollars and his crappy movies, telling everybody that their vote does not count, which is basically what he just said. It is going to make people want to elect him even more. It's going to make people want to go out even more.
Some lib in the chat. You know what? Hold on. We lost Facebook Live. I'm going to take a quick break, and then when we get back
on.
During the break, I want to take a break so I can start Facebook Live back up. And then somebody in the chat, they made a comment on President Trump that I'll respond to when we get back. You're listening to The Brian Craig Show. By the way, if you're watching us live on Periscope, you can call us live on the show. We will take your call. The number's in the description on Periscope, but the number is 347-945-5112. 347-945-5112 is the number to call in. My name's Brian. I'm always joined by my wife and co-host Kathy. You're listening to The Brian Craig Show. We'll be right back.
If you're in business, you know that there is no better form of advertising than social media marketing through Facebook. Problem is, how do you do it? With the tens of millions of Facebook users, how do you reach the people you are looking to reach? That's where Fiverr.com/digital buy comes in. That's digital BY. Fiverr.com/digital buy is a great and talented Fiverr seller who will make a Facebook account for you with a targeted friends list that have the interest that you are looking to reach in the country or countries you are looking to target. For example, if you want to target a certain country with a certain job, no problem. Fiverr.com/digital buy can do just that. And Fiverr.com/digital buy can target any business niche. So what are you waiting for? Go right now to Fiverr.com/digital buy. That's digital BY. And start targeting the right people on Facebook. Fiverr.com/digital buy. Do you want to learn how to invest in real estate? With our Earn As You Learn program and support from a nationwide community of investors, you will learn the 4 levels of investing. 1. Wholesale. 2. Fix and flip. 3. Buy and hold, apartment and commercial. Number 4, lending. If you are interested, text your full name, email, and investing to 805-232-4098. 805-232-4098. No, we are not a guru, and we don't have a show. Just regular people with big dreams and a desire for financial freedom. Once again, text your full name, email, and investing to 805-232-4098. 805-232-4098. Are you a business owner looking for business ideas? Ideas that are unique, feasible small business ideas? Then look no further than idealbusiness.org. You will learn about these business ideas at idealbusiness.org. Again, that's idealbusiness.org.
You are listening to the Brian Craig Show podcast. You can follow Brian on Twitter and Facebook and listen to archived shows at briancraigshow.com. And now, Brian Craig.
All right, we are back. I'm Brian, always joined by my wife and co-host Kathy. The tacos done yet, Ken?
They are done. Emily's eating right now.
And what about me? Yeah, we got a few minutes here. I can't come on. Keep it warm.
I will bring you some, but I didn't think you'd want to.
No, I'm not going to eat on the show. No. I'm not going to eat during the show. I'll wait till the show's over. Then I'll eat my Mexican.
Warm. Keeping it warm though.
I'll eat my Mexican food. Oh yeah. So someone in the chat, I love these little. You don't understand. I've seen it about 6 times today about the Mexican judge. He's a member of the La Raza lawyers group, but you don't understand. You know, he's not a member of La Raza. He's a member of the La Raza lawyers group. Oh, well, okay. I mean, these liberals with their stupidity. And then someone in the chat said, Donald Trump is not presidential material. Really? Well, but some militant...
I haven't heard that one before.
Yeah, but a militant racist Obama who's never had a job in his life, community organizer, he was equipped to be president back in 2008? I mean, are you kidding me?
Let
Donald
me tell
Trump
runs these people something. Obama and Hillary, they are worse than Donald Trump because they are phony. The way that you see them on TV is not how they really are. Behind closed doors, they are probably more racist and more nasty than anybody you can imagine.
Oh, yeah.
Donald Trump he's what you see is what you get. And that's why a lot of people like him. You might not agree with him, but he's out there. He doesn't hide who he is. He says what's on his mind. I would much rather have a president that I always know what he's thinking than a president who just comes out and lies like Obamacare and lies to
Absolutely.
me. Like now Obama said they weren't going to offer Obamacare to illegals. Well, guess what? They're offering it to illegals in California now.
Yeah, they got it.
So
they
he
got
just
it.
lies
exactly.
to your face and does something behind your back. So which would you rather have? Somebody who lies to your face and is nice, or somebody who tells you the truth?
Obama just let a whole bunch of other drug dealers, drug peddlers out of prison this weekend. Nice guy.
Yeah.
So
he sympathizes with all the drug dealers.
Yeah. So Meet the Press today. Meet the Press. Chuck Todd of Meet the Press. He had a panel of people discussing Donald Trump, and Andrea Mitchell was a part of it. And I can't stand David Gregory with his orange tanning bed tan. He grows the goatee to cover up his chin because he looks like a bird. I mean, he's just
David.
pathetic.
Oh, you mean Chuck Todd? You said David Gregory.
Did I say David Gregory?
Yeah.
Oh, I don't
Chuck
like him
Todd.
either. He's a creep. I meant Chuck
Yeah.
Todd. I meant Chuck Todd.
Okay.
Chuck Todd. Not David Gregory. But anyway, so they had this panel on Meet the Press, and they're very these Democrats, they're very worried because Republicans with Donald Trump are alienating voters. So the liberals on Meet the Press's panel are very concerned that Republicans are going to do further damage to themselves. They want to save us from Trump. So they're, I mean, give me a break. Since when does Andrea Mitchell care? So they're sitting around and they're actually talking about how we're losing support and alienating people, and we're going to lose Congress. This is Meet the Press today.
The party of Lincoln wants to win the White House. That's how cynical this is. It's just about winning the White House. To your point, it's a short-term strategy, not long-term strategy.
Well, and this is a party that is going to lose not only, they've already lost a generation of African Americans, multiple generations. They're going to lose a generation of Latino voters, and they are going to lose the American public because, they're not willing to call out. And for Senator McConnell to say that the party of Lincoln is only interested in winning is a pretty shameful statement.
The fact that John McCain, because
I thought she was going to say shitty for a second, didn't you? Didn't it sound like she was going to say shitty? I think she was.
So
anyway, okay, here comes Andrea Mitchell.
Senator McConnell to say that the party of Lincoln is only interested in winning is a pretty shameful statement.
Sounded like it, didn't
it? The fact that John McCain, because of the Hispanic vote, is at risk of losing the election after 5 terms in the Senate and being the party standard bearer and being someone universally admired in many quarters, Republican and Democratic, because of the top of the ticket. And this would, of course, also contribute to losing the Senate. I think the metaphor here is what Jim Brown just said about Muhammad Ali saying money is not God, human dignity and integrity matter. Winning is not everything. And that's Muhammad Ali.
Speaking. Oh, okay. So, winning the White House isn't everything. So, Republicans should give up because they're hurt. I'm so glad Andrea Mitchell
Wait a minute.
is looking out for us.
Muhammad Ali, who won 56 out of 61 fights, said winning is not everything.
I've never heard that.
That's laughable.
I've never heard
Apparently,
that quote.
Winning is everything to this guy. Otherwise, he wouldn't have won so many fights. That's stupid.
Yeah. I know. It was. I believe he said it. It seems like an odd quote of Muhammad Ali. Oh, by the way, I like Muhammad Ali. I'm a fan of Muhammad Ali, but I'm a little sick of Muhammad Ali. I must say that the endless coverage. There was a little too much coverage of Muhammad Ali yesterday.
There was a lot.
You know what the worst thing is? Everyone has a story of meeting Muhammad. I mean, I met Muhammad Ali once when I was a teenager. I'm not even going to tell you the story.
You.
Yeah, right. I'm not going to tell you the story. I met Muhammad Ali. It was pretty cool. He was cool. I'm not going to tell you the story, but I'm tired of nobody. The only people that care about your story of meeting Muhammad Ali is you. No one else cares. And it's these endless stories of people talking about meeting Muhammad Ali. I'm not going to tell you the story other than it was real quick. I was getting off an airplane, and he was waiting to get on the plane that I was getting off of. And I got his autograph, and I talked to him and stuff. And it was cool. I'm not going to tell you the story because who cares? I care. I mean, but you don't care. I mean, it's endless. I met Muhammad Ali, and it's just too much. And I'll tell you, the Muhammad Ali Center in Louisville, what a dump! Did you? I mean, you pointed this out yesterday, Kathy. It looks like Muhammad Ali abandoned that place. The building's filthy.
It needed a pressure cleaning and a paint
It needs
job
pressure
for sure.
cleaned and painted.
Yeah.
And I'm watching CNN a little bit before we went on the air here, and somebody dropped a beehive in a box in front of the place, stinging like a butterfly and all that stuff.
God.
I mean, somebody just dropped a beehive
Stupid.
in a box, and CNN showing all these bees flying around. I mean, what a jerk!
People are so stupid. People are so stupid.
They're so stupid. But I two things about Muhammad Ali, though. I read a story today. He has that his son from his first marriage has been living like on food stamps for years. And Ali's worth $80 million. Isn't that something?
I'm gonna sound like a crazy person here, and it doesn't have to do with Muhammad Ali, but it just made me think of for some reason. I was just because you were talking about the center, and I was thinking just maybe think about kids and education. I don't know. I was watching. Did you see that quote. You know that show, The Newsroom, that you like to watch with Jeff Daniels, the show I refuse to watch?
Yeah. On Showtime.
Okay, there's a scene where Jeff Daniels is like speaking at a panel, and they ask about America and what's the best thing about America, and everybody on the panel says freedom and this and that. Jeff Daniels' character goes on this tirade of basically how shitty America is, how we're 20th in education, and how there's a lot of countries that are free.
I remember that.
So what? Big deal. Do you think, most of the liberals run the education system? Do you think that they're making people stupid on purpose? Because we were talking about, stupid people. I mean, I know it's a crazy conspiracy. I sometimes feel like the liberals are purposely.
You're saying that the public schools are making people stupid on purpose?
Yes.
I can believe it.
They want
maybe.
People
it's possible.
Dependent on the government. I think they have like a huge 100-year agenda. And they say, okay, or feel in 50 years, 100 years, these are all communists, and they want to systematically shift America to a communist state. And sometimes I feel that they really want to do that. And they do it slowly. And I almost feel like, I don't know if they do it on purpose, but because of political correctness and because of liberalism and people getting divorces and women's lib and all this stuff, and it's growing, people working so much that the parents aren't around. And I mean, that's a big part of why kids are not as smart as they used to be overall, because the parents aren't home. They don't make kids do their homework. And the curriculum, I mean, when I was teaching, we didn't even have to teach spelling anymore because of Microsoft Word. They're like, well, you don't need to teach spelling because kids have the spelling corrected for them. They don't teach cursive anymore. They don't teach. So is this all done on purpose to make us stupid, or do you think that's just a coincidence? I mean, I think they want to make the next generations dumb so they can't work.
It's
so
possible.
they are. I mean, does that sound crazy?
Oh, I can believe that. Absolutely. I can certainly believe it. Absolutely. Makes sense to me. Some in the chat room they're saying Concord. Yeah, possibly. What the public education system is about really isn't educating, but recruiting new liberals. Right? They're brainwashing people to be liberals.
But people, if you go back when our parents were in school and things were not sophisticated, they didn't have computers and fan calculators and like our daughter takes math. She does everything on a calculator now. I told her when I was in high school, you could not use calculators. You had to work the problem out. You had to do a long division.
Yeah, we didn't have we didn't use calculators. No way.
So why do they make them see? It's not about finding the answer. It's about the process with math. It's about getting your brain to think logically and getting your brain to figure out the problem. And when you push a button and don't figure it out, your brain doesn't compute that way, and it just comes easy. I'm wondering if liberals do all this with some overall
maybe
design in mind to make us all, because America did not rank low. It was now 30 years ago. I can tell you that much.
Well, we're almost out of time. We're almost out of time because tacos are going to get cold. But I want to say I want to say a couple things. Yeah, I think you're probably it makes sense to me. That's what it sounds like. But oh my gosh, you set up Emily now because you're talking about calculus.
Now Emily's coming in reading the Riot Act. Because
I don't. But I want to say one thing about Ali before we for everyone in this country that these liberals out there, all you Bernie Sanders, Hillary Clinton animals out there that say that conservatives and Americans hate Muslims, watch how Muhammad Ali is being honored. We're going to see on television Muhammad Ali's funeral. Okay, I don't know if there'll be cameras inside the funeral, but it's going to be a big deal on TV. Everyone's honoring Muhammad. Everyone loves Ali. He was Muslim. Muhammad Ali, his name was Cassius Clay. He's a Muslim. And we're honoring a Muslim. He's a great American, and his funeral, I'm assuming, is going to be a proper Islamic funeral in Louisville, and all this stuff is going to be. And it's not Islam that people have a problem with. It's the supporting of the terrorists and these monsters that are cutting off heads. Okay, so just look at how Muhammad Ali is honored and loved by everyone in this country. And then reflect a little bit on this BS rap you liberals have that Americans hate Muslims. Americans don't hate Muslims. We have a problem with terrorists and those who are sympathetic or supportive of them. Okay? It's a whole nother ball game. Well, listen, we're all out of time. I'm going to end the show, and I'm going to go eat my tacos if they're not cold yet. You're listening to The Brian Craig Show. I'm Brian, always joined by my wife and co-host Kathy. Visit our website, briancraigshow.com. There you'll find links to all the different places to listen to this program, as well as our social media, Facebook and Twitter. Also, look for me on Instagram at Brian Craig Show, which I just started up. I don't even have I have no followers on Instagram. I just started it up. But you can find me on Instagram at Brian Craig Show as well. Listen to all of our past episodes on iTunes. Just go to iTunes and search for The Brian Craig Show. All right, everyone, take care. I will talk to you on the radio in the morning. Thanks for listening, everyone.
This next track is from a really cool group with a unique sound like you've never heard before. Fly Never Dies. Fly Never Dies music crosses genres. They fuse together hip-hop vocals, rock guitar, and pop. From Fly Never Dies, this is Love and the Stars.
Invite up at the night, invite up at the night. My ticket, my flight, and I know I need to be with a girl like you who's liking me. And can you tell me more? Hey, more about you. Why do you do what you do when you do? Keep it cool, real cool like a breeze, cause you 32 degrees. And it beats like a drum, beat to the rhythm, heartbeat, we're one. And it beats like a bass, heartbeat race when I see your face. One time for my girl in my stars. We are light in the dark. See you, girl. You are the spark. Talk to him, Casey. We're made for each other. Me and you, right? For each other. I see you, and you. Love in the stars. Stars collide like a bang. When stars collide, it's like a bang and a flame. Stars collide, it's like a bang. When stars collide, it's like a bang and a flame. Dance, floor, sweat, can't take no more. Dance, floor, sweat, can't take no more. Pose, just pose. You belong somewhere in a Vogue or could star in my TV show. Man, she's hot, the chemistry so cold. Been around the globe for a girl like you. Read the stars and the signs, you a dream come true. When we touch down long enough to reboot, we can take off again, on and on like a loop. Yeah. In the stars. One time for my girl in my stars. We are light in the dark. See you, girl. On the spot. Okay. Love in the stars.
That was Love and the Stars from Fly Never Dies. Find Fly Never Dies and their music on their website, FlyNeverDies.com, on Twitter at Fly Never Dies, and Facebook, Facebook.com/Fly Never Dies. Hey, Trump fans, I have a new track for you that's #1 in Los Angeles County right now. It's from Scotty Gerling, a.k.a. One Man Rock Band. This is his controversial new release, Trump and Double Down. Trump and Double Down from rocker Scotty Gerling, a.k.a. One Man Rock Band. Scotty released Trump and Double Down to show his support for Donald J. Trump becoming President of the United States, and it's the only hard rock rebellion song in support of Donald Trump becoming president. Scotty said he was sick and tired of all these rockers and actors saying such negative things about Trump. He said Trump represents the rebellion of the people against the media and the establishment, and there's nothing more rock rock and roll than that. Find Scotty Gerling and more of his music on his website, onemanrockband.com. That's O-N-E. And on Facebook, facebook.com/onemanrockbandofficial. On Twitter, at Scott Gerling. And Instagram, at onemanrockbandofficial. That's the number 1. Again, that was Trump and Double Down from Scotty Gerling, a.k.a. One Man Rock Band. I'm a big alternative music, pop, and R&B fan, and I have found a great artist that's inspired by all of those. Singer-songwriter Victor Perry. This is Lighthouse.
Oh, great midnight blue, she's still crashing into you. Lost all the ships that run from you. Lost all the ships that run from you. She's broken into the halves of her heart. Still chases after you. Lost in some direction, leading her afar. The dark latch with the key to her box. She left the door open, making room for another scar. It's not the reasons why she wants to stay alive. If only she gives me her hand, I will save her from the tide. Still, I stay above the waves, knowing she can't be saved. Side by side, dancing round and round into the night. Still, I stay above the waves, knowing she can't be saved. Side by side, dancing round and round into the night. I'll steer her to grace. I'll steer her to grace. I'll steer her to grace. Still, I stay above the waves, knowing she can't be saved. Side by side, dancing round and round into the night. I'll steer her to grace. I'll steer her to grace. I'll steer her and round to the night. When we run still, I'll steer her to grace. Above the waves, knowing she can't be saved. Side by side, dancing round and round into the night. Oh, still, I stay above the waves, knowing she can't be saved. Side by side, dancing round and around till the night.
That was Lighthouse from Victor Perry. Lighthouse is off his upcoming EP, 4 a.m. Find Victor Perry and more of his music on his website, victorperrymusic.com. Here's a new track that you are going to love from Armada Named Sound. The song is NY, but it has nothing to do with the Big Apple, New York. This is NY.
I was sleeping in my neighbor's yard. I was dreaming when the sun was out. Well, I drank a little more last night. So I woke up
That was Armada Named Sound with NY. To learn more about Armada Named Sound and their music, go to their website, armadanamedsound.com. How many of you out there remember Burger Time? I sure do. Man, did I put a lot of quarters in those Burger Time machines, I'll tell you. Now, this next track is in the tradition of Pac-Man Fever by Buckner and Garcia, and in the spirit of songs like Soulfinger by the Bar-Kays. This is Burger Time by Catalina Cleaver. That was Burger Time by Catalina Cleaver, brought to you by your friendly and uninhibited anti-establishment, anti-auto-tune, anti-crap music overlords at the Takeo Tama Company. Watch the Burger Time video at vid.me/NSCC. Also, find Catalina Cleaver on Facebook at facebook.com, Catalina Cleaver, Kleewer. Also on Twitter, twitter.com/Catalina Cleaver, and on her website, kk3.co.